Hello, I'm Joey Haskins, and welcome back to You've Never Seen, in which I showcase a movie you've probably never seen before. We return to the world of film before the Hays Code. The most popular films made before the Hays Code are noted for their use of violence or sex in film. But content alone isn't the only thing that was changed. Perception on stars also changed. They were making films basically every day, and there were many people who starred in films whose names have been lost to history, whose origins and stories are unknown to many. And some who even survived the code do end up having their careers spiral or be ousted from the industry altogether. A movie that does exemplify that while also being pretty tame for pre-code is the film One Way Passage. One Way Passage was released in 1932 and directed by Tay Garnett. Wilson Misner and Joseph Jackson are the credited screenwriters for the film, but some have noted that the script is written as if Tay Garnett had written it. It stars William Powell as a con man who's caught in Hong Kong, placed on a cruise liner to head back to San Francisco and face the death penalty. On this cruise, he meets a young lady played by Kay Francis, who's become terminally ill. Any intense physical activity could result in her getting sick and possibly dying. With each person keeping the secret that they're basically going to be dead soon, the two spend what they think is their last month together and end up falling in love. The film is romantic and dramatic, but had little spurts of comedy throughout, such as two other cons on the ship who try to keep a police inspector away from Powell's character so he can spend more time with Francis. One Way Passage is only an hour and 8 minutes, and despite the fact that it's a very short film, it is paced really well. Powell nor Francis miss a beat when it comes to their chemistry. We get enough time to follow their relationship and feel bad when it eventually comes time for them to say goodbye. It's actually their 6th time acting together, but this film was the one that made the most money out of all of them. It was even filmed on an actual cruise ship, which took about 6 days to complete. But the best part of the film is the stellar performances by both Powell and Francis. Powell had been a well-established actor by this point, and would be most well known for starring in one of Hollywood's first ever film franchises, the Thin Man movies, in which he starred alongside Myrna Loy. He also played the character Philo Vance in several films between the late 1920s and early 30s. But as his career went on, it continued to dwindle as the world and Hollywood would change. Although he died in 1984, his last film was in 1955. Most would remember him for the Thin Man films or My Man Godfrey, but One Way Passage is fantastic and shows a tender side to this regal yet rough actor. But while Powell's career dwindled, Kay Francis's practically vanished overnight. Francis's character in One Way Passage starts off as a woman brimming with life and ready to face anything, but by the end of it is a sad and truly lonely person whom you've come to love. And it shows the true range of Francis's acting ability. Francis was one of the most popular stars throughout the 30s and was at one point in time one of the highest paid actresses in Hollywood. So how come you've never heard of her? Have you ever heard of the term box office poison? It was coined in 1938 when a newspaper placed an editorial in an ad space in the Hollywood Reporter. In the advert, it noted that studios were paying a lot of money to certain actors, but those actors didn't draw in the tickets to warrant the money. Oh, this person didn't make a financial film since 1932. Why are you paying them so much money then? It would call out stars like Fred Astaire, Marlene Dietrich, Joan Crawford, Greta Garbo, Katharine Hepburn, and Kay Francis, and would negatively impact all of their careers. But arguably none of them were as affected as Francis's was. At least all the people that I previously mentioned had made a comeback in some way. Kay Francis was basically kicked out of Hollywood itself. As the years went on, her career basically disappeared, and she only managed to make money by touring during World War II. She was only 63 when she died. No husband, no kids, and leaving $1 million for a cause she cared about, seeing eye dogs. And this is my true and honest opinion about Kay Francis and her legacy. Not only should Kay Francis be celebrated for gaining relevance in the transition from the silent to sound era, not only should she be reevaluated as a fantastic actress, not only should she be recognized as a gay icon, as it was very known that she was a closeted bisexual, but her role in One Way Passage needs to be looked at more. I loved One Way Passage, in particular her performance. And I think Kay Francis's acting as Joan is one of the best performances I've ever seen, period. Most people cite her role in Trouble in Paradise as her best, but I think this one has a lot more going for her. It gives her something more that she can work with. The film was a pleasant surprise for this week, and I hope you can check it out. You can watch One Way Passage on Max, or you can check it out at your local library. With Weston Media Center, I'm Joey Haskins, and I'll see you all next time.